What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at Twilight Masquerade, Pokemon's newest set. This is a set that, I don't know if there's a lot of hype for. Personally, I'm not too interested in it. This was actually the first Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box pre-order I've canceled. It seems like Pokemon is making a lot of their PC ETBs. I don't really want to be spending the money on Twilight Masquerade right now when there's still opportunity in the Sword and Shield era. I don't think I'll be picking up any of this unless I get a box for an opening or something like that. So to get right into things, we're not going to be talking too much about any competitive aspects of this set, more so on the artwork, the hits, what you're going to be wanting to pull from this set as a collector. There's going to be 6 new Spec cards in this set, adding on to what we had in Temporal Forces. I think Ace Specs are going to be a typical thing. I'm assuming we're going to be getting 6 in the next 2 main series sets going through 2024, and then in 2025 we'll have something new. Similar to Sword and Shield, where we had alternate arts come into play that second year, and then the third year we got the trainer gallery. I feel like it's going to be the same. We'll see Ace Specs 2 more sets, and then I'd imagine we won't see them in 2025. So we got full art Terra types of those Ogre Pawn cards. Personally, I still haven't played the DLC for this game yet. I don't really know a lot of these Pokemon. Maybe that's why I don't really care too much about this set. I kind of felt the same about Battle Styles in Chilling Reign, but in Chilling Reign there was enough really cool cards that I was interested in it. There are cool cards in this set, Twilight Masquerade, but it's very heavily based on Ogerpon, it seems. There's 4 different Terra type Ogerpon cards. Each one has a full art, an SIR, and a hyper rare gold card. Kind of ridiculous. I don't know, they could have done 2 this set, 2 the next set or something, maybe sprinkled in some better hits. So yeah, for Terra types, you've got the Ogerpons. You also have Terra type Greninja and Macargo and Dracopult. Almost forgot that one. You've also got regular full arts of Screamtail, Iron Thorns, Luxray, Blissey, a couple other Pokemon, a newer one in Ursaluna, and Palafin. For the supporters, I'm going to be honest, I do not know the names of all of these trainers. I'm looking at a Japanese set list right now. But you got some pretty nice looking trainers. I think the big trainer everyone's going to be looking at is Perrin. Perrin also has a really nice SIR card that matches with the Hisuian Growlithe. That was one of the first reveals we saw from this set, and honestly, I think those are going to be the big chase cards. I'd probably look to pick these up rather than open up the set. I don't know if they'll add up to being $100 as a pair. They might, as I think that's going to be the main focus, but there are a few other contenders as well. You also have Kieran and Carmine. Those could be good contenders too. The Carmine SIR card is another really nice looking one. The other full arts, you've got Lana's Aid, Lucian, Hazel, and Caretaker. I don't think any of these are really super special. Not a lot of the full art trainers are really hitting hard with a good value other than Iono. We'll have to see. I think Perrin has a good chance of kind of matching up with Iono down the line. From there, let's get into some of the IR cards. We got some good Kanto cards in this set. I mentioned before in a 151 video, it'd be really cool if over the whole SV era they sprinkle in every original 151 Pokemon with an illustrator rare, whether it's a promo or an actual hit or an SIR or whatever it is. It'd be really sweet to look back at the 151 master set and replace all the commons and uncommons with IRs or SIR cards. That could be super cool. Have an entire 151 set, sprinkled through the entire generation of Sword and Shield of Scarlet Violet, but take the ones from each set, build up a Kanto binder. Be really great. You've got Pinsir in this one, and you also have Chansey, and the big one, Eevee. I think Eevee's going to be, top 3 IR cards, potentially the best one. I don't know if it'll hit Magikarp value. I feel like it could. It's Eevee. It's an illustration rare Eevee. It's one of the standout cards in this set. I'd put it in the top 5 cards in the entire set, and it's just an IR card. Just an IR card. Some of the artwork on these are amazing, as always. The Chimecho is a really nice artwork. It looks similar to the Snom from Temporal Forces, I believe. You've also got Sunflora, which has a really nice artwork. Fernape, which is a banger. It's probably one of the best artworks in the IRs for sure. You have that Hisuian Growlithe to go with the Perrin SIR card, and a few other nice ones. The Tatsugiri is really nice. I like the kind of flat bold line art style. A lot of people have talked about the Cramorant. He's like at a water park or something. He's shooting a water gun and he's all looking around kind of concerned. Everything else is kind of blurred out, so it's got some really nice like depth in the image itself. From there, we can move on to the SIRs. You got the 4 SIRs of the Ogerpons. They don't go directly together, but they're all very similar artworks, just a different mask and a different color. You know, I think the what is this? The Hearth Flame mask is cool. The fire type one. I don't know. I wouldn't pay $5 for any of these cards, to be honest. Like, they're gonna be tough cards to pull, but like they're not anything special. You also have the Sinistra EX, which is really sweet. The Blood Moon Ursaluna is also cool, but the big hit in terms of Pokemon in the SIR spot is gonna be the Terra type Greninja. It looks really sweet. It's got this like, it's a fighting type, so it's got like this orangey brown red like splash around it. It looks really nice. It's really good contrast in the card. I think it might be the best card in the set. It's probably the best. I don't want to say the best. I really like the Charizard Terra type SIR from Obsidian Flames. I know people don't. I think this might be the best Terra type SIR card we've had though. They really stepped it up from the Garchomp. That Garchomp Terra type is just kind of trash. That was from Paradox Rift. I don't even remember what we had in Temporal Forces for SIR Terra types. So yeah, I think Greninja's kind of like a banger. The rest of them don't really care too much for, you know, Sinistra and Blood Moon Ursaluna. They're just not Pokemon that resonate with me. Greninja's a super cool Pokemon. Very iconic. A lot of people's favorite Pokemon. I've seen polls where it's been more popular than Charizard. So we'll have to see. This card could have insane value. I don't know if it will. You know, it doesn't seem like people are too interested in this set. And I mean, I think as a whole, the community is still very much focused on Sword and Shield. I'd rather be spending money on alt arts or, you know, getting whatever sealed product I can from like Chilling Reign onwards. Pokemon Center still has a lot of 3-pack blisters, so I'm kind of looking to pick up some of these. Maybe I've seen on Reddit, you know, people are trying to buy up all the Fusion Strike 3-pack blisters. I picked up a few today myself, but I'd rather go back and buy that sort of stuff than buy this right now. You know, this is going to be in stock for like at least another year. I'm not rushing into it anymore. I'm focusing on older stuff. You know, I might pick up some Paldea Evolve, but really heavily focused on Sword and Shield still, like I think most of us are. We didn't really talk about the SIR trainers. You got Carmine, Kieran, Lana, and Perrin. I think Perrin's the best, but I also think that Carmine is going to get a lot of love. Really nice card. Kieran is also pretty cool, but I think the artwork for Carmine is better. You know, none of these trainers mean anything to me. I haven't played the games, like I said. I played the base game, beat the whole thing, but I'm really not a big fan of, like, you beat a game, and then a year later DLC comes out, and you gotta go figure out where you were in this game, play the DLC. You know, you're already level 100, so you're over-leveled for the DLC. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'd way rather, like, that old-school style of just, like, a new version comes out, right? Like, you had Diamond and Pearl, and then you got Platinum. You had Sapphire and Ruby, and then you got Emerald. I'd way rather that style than this, you know, the game's out, a year later, here's 2 DLCs. Hopefully you still care. No, I don't care, you know. Re-release the game, make the extended cut or whatever it is. I'll play it. I'd way rather do that. Start from scratch, play through the DLC. But anyways, these cards are pretty sweet. Carmine, Perrin, I think they'd be the way to go. You got a couple gold cards. You got the Teal Mask Ogerpon, which I guess is the main one, the green one. Blood Moon Ursaluna EX in the gold card. I think that's a pretty cool one. If there was any Ursaluna, I'd probably be going for that one. You also have the Rescue Board Skateboard. I love skateboards. This would be a cool card, but it's not going to be much. The Luminous Energy, Enhanced Hammer, Buddy Buddy Poffin. A couple kind of TCG staples. That Buddy Buddy Poffin will be good because a lot of people are ripping that in the TCG right now. That's about the extent of my knowledge on what cards will be playable, though. I'm not really playing the TCG too much these days. So yeah, guys, that's kind of my quick look into Twilight Masquerade. I kind of want to give it a rating, 1 to 10. You know, artwork wise, this set is probably, I don't know, some of the artwork is really good. Overall, I think the artwork is like an 8. Like, they killed it on the cards they could kill it with. Like, even the concept for the Ogerpons are really cool, especially the SIRs. It's just, like, they're not good Pokemon. Like, I get you got the new generations, new people coming in. I don't think these new Pokemon are really hitting it for people. I don't think a lot of people are going to care that much. In that sense, like, selection of Pokemon and trainers, like, selection of cards, I guess, it's like a 3, man. Like I said, you got that Eevee, you got Greninja. What else you got? right? Like, that's it in terms of Pokemon. You know, the Perrin card and the Carmine, they're cool cards. They're cool trainers. They got that waifu chase, but like, it's not striking a chord like 151 did with everybody. This would never beat a set like 151. So I think overall, I'm gonna give this set like, I don't even know if I want to give it a 5. We'll put it at 5. Like, I think I'd rather go open Paradox Rift. Definitely rather open Paldea Evolved. You know, 151 Paldean Fates. It's better than Scarlet Violet base, probably. It's got the Gardevoir line, which is really cool. But man, I don't know. I don't think this is going to be too hot of a set. I don't think it's going to sell out real quick. I think this will be available for a really long time. And yeah, we'll see. We'll circle back. I'll pick some up eventually, but probably not going to be for a while. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for Twilight Masquerade? Are you pre-ordering this set, or are you focused on something else? All right, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.